And the second one, we need to find out LAOC, length of arc of contact. So to find out LAOC, we have formula LAOC is equal to LPOC divided by cos phi. Okay, if you know the value of LPOC, you can easily find out LAOC. So for LPOC, it's a summation of length of path of approach plus length of path of recess, correct? So from that we can write of R sin phi plus of capital R sin phi, because he only given length of path of approach is equal to half of maximum length of path of approach, length of path of recess is equal to half of maximum LPOR, right? So that's why I written like this. If you substitute the values, you'll get LAOC. Okay. So first you will get is LPOC. Then if you substitute cos phi, you'll get LAOC. Correct. So substitute for this. You'll get after simplification, that is okay. I will only substitute the values of into 120 sin 20 plus of into 240 sin 20, okay, divided by cos 20. As you simplify it, 61.56 mm. So this value is related to LPOC, length of path of contact, and divided by cos 20, you'll get 65.51 millimeter LAOC. This completes your second one. Okay, so the third one is asking for maximum sliding velocity, right, during approach as well as recess. So I'll take it as maximum sliding velocity during approach VSA, maximum sliding velocity during recess, that is equal to VSR. Okay, to find out these two, we have formula VSA is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 into LPOA. Okay, for approach it is LPOA. For recess, VSR is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 LPOR. Okay, that is recess. So we have LPOA as well as LPOR, and I need to substitute the maximum values, okay, to get maximum velocity. We know these two, but we don't know the values of omega 1 and omega 2, correct? We'll find out. We have N2 is equal to 250 rpm, correct? We have rpm of pinion. So with the help of N2, we can find out omega 2, because omega 2 is equal to 2 pi gan 2 by 60. This is the basic formula, right? This is for to convert into seconds, right? This is an rpm. So if you substitute 2 pi into 250 rpm divided by 60, you'll get omega 2 is equal to 26.18 radian per second. So we got the value of omega 2. Now we have to find out omega 1. For omega 1, 2 pi n1 divided by 60, but we don't know the value of n1. So how to find out? So don't worry, we have one more, that is G is equal to, correct? So I'll write down here, G is equal to Z1 by Z2, correct? That is gear ratio, and this is also equal to D1 by D2, and also equal to omega 2 by omega 1, and also equal to N2 by N1. Okay, it is directly proportional to the diameter, right? Z1 divided by Z2, directly proportional, D1 by D2, but this gear ratio is indirectly proportional to omega 2 by omega 1, means angular velocities and speed. Fine. So we can use either Z1 by Z2 is equal to D1 by D2, or else we can use Z1 by Z2 is equal to omega 2 by omega 1. Okay, I'll use Z1 by Z2 is equal to omega 2 by omega 1. So Z1 is 40, Z2 is 20, and omega 2 we need to find out, and omega 1 is omega 2 26.18 radian per second. We need to find out omega 1, right? So omega 1 after simplification you will get 13.09 radian per second. Even you can use d1 by d2, that is diameter. You may get 14.28. There's some slight difference, that doesn't matter. You can use it, fine. So now we'll find out the values of sliding velocities. Okay, so sliding velocity VSA, sliding during approach, omega 1 is 13.09, correct? Omega 1 13.09 plus omega 2 is 26.18, 26.18. okay, and LPOA, that is half into r sine phi. Substitute 0.9 plus 26.18 into half into small r is 120 into sine 20. You'll get 805.8 millimeter per second. Okay, so likewise VSR is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 into half into r sine phi, that is capital R. Okay, please make a note of this, capital R. Then you will get, after simplification, you will get 1611.6 millimeter per second. Here the radius is 240. Okay, so this is how you need to find out velocities. Okay, thank you so much.